You're searching online for an attorney to represent you in a medical malpractice case, an accident case, or even a wrongful death case here in the state of New York. You're searching, you have lots of questions. Let me share with you one important question you may want to ask every one of the attorneys you speak to, which will give you an insight and an understanding if that attorney is right for you. Would you like to learn what that is? Come join me as I share with you that information. Hi, I'm Gerald Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. You know, when you talk to attorneys, they're going to tell you about all their great successes, and that's a great thing. It's going to be helpful for you to understand whether or not they're the right one for you. But most attorneys are not going to tell you about the cases they've lost at trial. Why not? Because nobody likes to talk about their losses. But one of the key things I have found with really smart attorneys is they're not afraid to tell you about cases that they've lost. Why not? Just because they lost a case doesn't mean that they didn't do everything right. The jury may not have understood, they may not have liked their particular client's claim, and as a result, turn them out of court. So what you should do is ask every attorney you speak to how many cases they've lost, and what was the most recent case they lost and why. And that'll give you an insight into what the attorney is thinking. Now, here's a question that I really would like you to ask every single attorney, because this will give you some more insight into what's going on with the lawyer. Mr. Attorney, if I choose not to come to you, can you recommend 3 lawyers that you would go to if you had this exact problem? And the responses will give you a great insight into what's going on with the attorney. In my opinion, the really smart lawyers have an abundance mentality. And what does that mean? They're not afraid to share information with you and tell you exactly who they would go to if they had this particular problem. The really smart attorneys are willing and transparent and able to tell you, listen, I would go to the following attorneys. And if you don't like me, then please call these other attorneys because you'll get great representation. These are great people. So I find that those lawyers tend to be very forthcoming, and they give you a tremendous understanding into that abundance mentality, and you'll immediately recognize whether or not that attorney is right for you. So why do I share this information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on into evaluating whether or not an attorney is right for you for your particular matter. Chances are you're watching this because you have questions and concerns about your own matter. Well, if you have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. I do this every single day. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at lawmed10@yahoo.com. I'm Gerald Oginski here in New York. Thanks for watching.